Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and quick overview of the 2go pad SL10 10-inch tablet PC. So this features Windows 7, and let's go over some of the selling features of this particular little guy. So first of all, we've got an Intel Atom N450 1.66 GHz processor, built-in e-reader. It has a 10-inch LED backlit multi-touch display. Full web support including Flash, duh. It has Windows 7, so of course it does. Custom cases included and access to millions of program apps, duh, because it's Windows 7. So who needs an app store when you have access to the entire catalog of Microsoft Windows applications? Not a bad point. Business class features including Intel Atom, which is very power efficient, a 250 gig hard drive, 2 gigs of DDR2 memory, and it is ready to go, TM, to work. Fully functioning flash player, of course, and built-in e-reader capability. Compatible with all notebook ebook applications, including Kindle, Nook, and PDF. So there we go. There's not much else in terms of information on the box. So let's get this thing open and have a look at how well built it is more than anything else, I guess. Because the hardware is pretty much a known element because it's an Atom. It's basically a netbook. And then it's going to come down to the build quality and the screen in all likelihood. So here's some online resources. Thank you for purchasing. CTL drivers. Okay, cool. Next we've got a driver disk, as well as some information regarding registration and support. And let's have a look at the accessories first, as I am apt to do. So this, I'm assuming, contains a battery and a power adapter, which it does. First of all, here's our power adapter. It's about the same size as you'd find for any kind of netbook because it's pretty much the same hardware inside here. And then we've got a power plug. Oh, okay, well we'll open it from that end then. That was easy. Power plug, and finally we have, oh, the battery's already in there. So this, it looks like a, oh, neato. We've got a USB to VGA adapter. So you got VGA output out of the box. So that's, take that, Apple. Alright. We've got a little magnetic cover here. It actually looks quite sleek. The overall feel of it is pretty realistic as far as fake leathers go. I'm assuming it's fake, but it feels pretty nice, actually. There's a little stand here, so I guess you can put it like that, should you so desire. Overall strength of it is pretty good, see? So it's held on by a little ribbon. This looks like for either cooling or speakers. Can't really tell from here. So let's flip this over. So it's the 2go PC tablet. Look at that. Oh, that's actually kind of slick. That looks nice. So yeah, let's have a look at what we've got in terms of I/O. If I can figure out how to turn it on first, that would be ideal. Actually, let me just look for that. Oh, here we go. So here's the power button, and it looks like we have a battery indicator there. The light is now green. Alright, I can feel the hard drive spinning up in my hands. And let's keep moving around the unit itself. So on this side we have nothing. On the bottom we have nothing. And then on this side we have some I/O. So here this appears to be LAN. Is that actually... Yeah, okay, cool. So that's either 1000 or gigabit LAN. Here's our little VGA adapter. Oh, that wasn't actually USB, so that's just a little custom adapter. Then we have one USB port, which is pretty handy. And then we've got a mic as well as a headphone jack. And then we have our power adapter there. So setup is preparing to launch your computer for the first time. Setup is checking video performance. Why don't we have a look at video angles while we're at it here? Or rather viewing angles. We've got a built-in webcam right at the top here. And then we've also got some buttons over here. So we've got up, down, OK, and then 2 gears. So if you want to have a look at those. Cameraman, I want you to check out the, there we go. Now you can see it. You couldn't see it before. So it does have a glossy screen. So if you're using it indoors, I'm sure that won't be a problem, but you can see that it is quite reflective. You can quite easily see me in the screen, which means I better be pretty careful not to shine it directly at the cameraman because then you'll be able to see him. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so we are actually booted up, but I do want to have a look at the viewing angle. So when we don't have a light directly behind it, the LED backlit screen is actually viewable from about, I'd say comfortably, you can look at it, you can actually read text from about here. Okay, so hopefully you can sort of visualize what that angle is, although normally you'd be using it like this. And it's quite bright by default. In terms of vertical, I can use it comfortably from about here down to about here. So from top down, it's not as good as from the bottom down, which makes sense because you'd hold a tablet like this more often than you'd hold it like this, right? Okay, so I'll type in my username, I guess. There we go. So all I do is touch that, and then I can type Linus. Okay, enter. And I'm not going to set up a password right now. I'm just going to accept the license. I'm hoping to be able to try out the multi-touch a little bit here, because it is a multi-touch LED. Okay, I'll skip the wireless setup. This is actually kind of slick. You know what? Let's take a minute and actually take it out of the case. I do like the case, and you know what? If I was using one of these, I would probably use it with the case, just because it is pretty slick. What I would probably do to make this, oh, I think I just hit the power button, shoot. What I would probably do to make this like kind of the perfect tablet is I would take out the drive and add an SSD. So it's probably using, based on that capacity, 250 gig, it's probably using a 2.5-inch SSD. So I'd probably go ahead and throw an SSD drive in there. Yeah, shoot, I hit the power button, my bad. And other than that, it's pretty much perfect. It's pretty slick. So here's the Intel Atom logo. It says no hassle, 1-year warranty here on the back. Here's the Windows 7 Home Premium COA. This is already in use, so don't even bother, guys. All right, so here's the brand of the, well, I guess it's a notebook, sort of. It's more of a tablet. Now, in terms of opening it up, if you did want to replace a drive or anything like that, I have no idea how you'd do that. It's possible you can't, although there's got to be some way. But here on the front, you can see it's a little bit fingerprint prone, but you kind of expect that from a glossy screen. And yeah, it comes off relatively easily. But there's their little branding element on there, as well as what else do? Oh yeah, I found something else here. So this wasn't accessible before, but it looks like there's an SD card reader here. Yeah, there's an SD card reader down there. So I guess you'd just throw that in for storage more than like to, you know, pull photos off your camera, especially because it's hidden by the case. But yeah, this is kind of neat actually. In terms of speed, it's going to be about what you'd expect. Easy bits quick. And I think that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, it's Windows 7 on a tablet. Overall thickness, you know what, why don't we do a quick comparison against the iPhone 4, just so that you can see for scale the size of this guy. So there's the thickness of the unit, and let's go ahead and just do kind of an overall size comparison. Wish I had an iPad tablet to show you guys, because that's sort of a more apt comparison, but there you are. There it is next to the iPhone 4, and yeah. Thank you for checking out my unboxing of the 2go pad, and don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips. Thought I better show you guys the multi-touch capability before we completely wrap this up. So I'm browsing around in a photo here. This is just one of the sample photos that comes with Windows 7. So I can zoom out, zoom in, move around, I can zoom in, I can see if there's a guy standing at the top of the rock. It looks like there appears to be not a guy there, so there you go. Yes, it does have a multi-touch touchscreen. We can open up the penguin's picture. Oh, well, we tried to open up the penguin's picture. It's not selected though. Oh, that's kind of bizarre. Okay, well, thank you for checking out the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Same thing I said before. Now we're looking at the desert again. Interesting.